Bless me.
God bless you.
Yeah, bless me.
Sister Debbie of God.
Bless
Eh, this your beauty is something else.
It's God that.
Yeah.
It's God that give us that.
Did you fall from heaven? Eh?
Stop it. Stop it.
The angels must have missed someone there.
Stop it.
You're looking so beautiful.
Stop it, John.
It's your Bible.
Yeah,
Sister
just
Debbie.
coming from Bible study.
Hey, you are Bible study. Myself, I'm a student of the Bible. In fact, they call me moving Bible encyclopedia.
Is that true?
Oh no. You need to see me when I'm talking scripture.
Oh, so
I eat, dine, chew the scripture.
oh,
I'm glad that because I've been sorry, sister Debbie.
Yeah.
I've been looking at you. I've been observing you.
Really?
And with what I'm seeing now, I'm convinced that you are my wife. Yes, I'm convinced that I would like to spend the rest of my life with you. Sister Debbie, you are beautiful. Bible study person. Oh no, I love that smile. So, Sister Debbie, I would like to ask you out that would you be my wife?
Wait. But Victor, please, I want to understand. You mean you have prayed?
I've prayed. Yes.
And then God told you I'm your wife.
Yes. And I like you too.
Did you have dream?
No, I don't have a dream.
No, have dream.
But I'm convinced.
No, I should not be sitting. I think, Brother Victor, I think you need to go and pray and fast, and then dream. Let God show you something, a word, and then you are not even supposed to be talking to me.
Okay.
Yeah, you're supposed to go and talk to the marriage committee.
Okay, marriage committee. Who are the marriage committee?
I'm not supposed to be talking to you. I'm sorry.
Do you mean marriage committee in my church or where?
I'm sorry. I just go and pray. Go and pray about it.
Oh, people, you can imagine. I'm in love with a deeper life sister, and I just made my proposal known to her, my interest known to her. But now she said I should go and meet the marriage committee. So are you currently in my shoe? I don't know, because I know I've been having a lot of questions these days. Where people are like, I met this lady that is going to deeper life because they knew that my wife is a member of that church when I met her, and we got married in there. And people have been asking me, how did you do it? Some people are just confused, even people that are a member of the church or some that are even not a member. And you're like, okay, tell us about the process, especially you coming from outside. And we thought that maybe this video could help, just shed light, sharing our personal experience, which might be a bit unique to us, but at least we could explain some of the process that is expected that you should follow if you are in love with a deeper life sister and you are thinking that you want to ask her.
So what do you think about her acting? Bro Victor, the worded brother.
I think I should be looking to join the Mount Zion ministry, possibly. They should invite me. So maybe they should join me to start to join their acting drama. Let's hear if you think I acted well or my wife acted well. Who acted better?
It's me now. Me, I've acted in one drama before.
Okay. Anyway, she has acted Osha. Anyway.
Yeah.
All good.
So what are we talking about today?
So basically, from that drama, you could see. So we just want to talk about the whole issue of you are interested in a deeper life sister, either a deeper life brother or you are not. But most times, it's always people that are not deeper life members, for brothers that always come to us to ask these questions, knowing that we did our wedding in deeper life. Some of them are confused, they don't know how to go about it, they don't know what they should be expecting, they have heard a lot of things that is not nice, and they are all bothered and said, oh, how was the experience like, how do we go about it? And so we thought that instead of responding all the time and having calls with one person each, it's good to have these videos so that anytime we can even direct people to go watch these videos.
Yeah. So the first question is, what is marriage committee? Marriage committee is different churches have different names they call it, but they are basically the committee in the church that deals with everything marriage, marital aspect of the church, and provide guidance for couples to be quote and unquote. So if a dear sister tell you that, oh, you have to go see the MC, then she's probably referring to those people. And I believe they have monthly meetings. Some, I think, basically once or twice in a month, depending on the particular committee. So they have when they meet, they have where they meet. So it might be in your best interest to like ask the sister that you like where the marriage committee of our church meets, because you need to go meet them, or basically talk to our pastor about your intentions.
So that is it. I know if you are a deeper life brother, that is something you should be familiar with. And of course, if you are not familiar with, you can ask an elderly person in the church, or just talk to your pastor, and I'm sure they are going to guide you. So I won't focus too much on the in-house, because they should know the process somehow better. Or just go to your pastor, that is it. Your pastor knows you, he can text about you, and that's sort it out. But for somebody that is not, of course, for me now, for example, then you won't know what is even called MC, just as my wife just explained who the MCs are. But we've seen scenarios also where the lady just tells the guy, go to MC, which is something that I want to say I don't want to agree on totally, for the guy to just jump in that way, because the girl at least should guide you, because that's how you even know if you are somebody from outside, if the girl likes you. Because I've seen some guys just come say, I met this girl, she said just go to MC. I say, ask her, who are the MC, who should she talk to, where is the district, so if the girl likes you, at least she should be able to provide you some certain information. Or even if she doesn't know, she's a church member, she should be able to confirm and give you information and say, oh, the MC meets so time, you might want to come to our church to fellowship on that Sunday, so that you can go and see them after church service. Or she can get the number of somebody in the MC, or a youth pastor, somebody that you can talk to and can guide you through the process. Some people are left confused by some of the sisters when they approach them. MC? And they just say, go to MC. And some ladies with that, they are not ready to talk to you until you go see the MC. And the guy is not being guided. For me, I think the first thing, is to even, let the sister talk to you. If she's not talking to you, how do you know that she's even interested in you and not just pushing you to the MC, right? And
some wants to do things by the book, like, no, you have to go see the MC. But then you have to ask the right questions, like, who are the MC? How do I know where they meet? Where is the district they meet? Because it's not every district that the MC meets. It's like usually the maybe regional headquarters. So you need to ask the right question. Or possibly, if the sister is insisting, because some will not even want to talk to you anything marriage unless you go through the MC. You might want to like talk to our pastor, like, okay, give me your pastor's number, or so that at least you know the right person to talk to that will guide you through that process. But like my husband said, if the sister is not even willing to shift ground at all, just know that she's just using it to catch cruise. She's not really like
I don't know, because I just believe that this marriage thing is a lifelong thing, right? The MCs are there to guide. But now I'm talking about somebody that is coming from outside the church, because I believe that if you are inside the church, at least one way or the other, you should have related with the sister. Either she's in choir, she's in usher, she's in youth group. You might not have told her your intention, but you must have related. You know her character to some extent. You know her family to some extent, right? So that is a different case. But you coming from outside, maybe you met at a workplace, you met in NYC, you met somewhere, and you are beginning to build interest. You are trying to ask her out, and the next thing just saying go to MC, like you don't even know who it is. So ask her questions, right? If she's not willing to guide you, unwilling to explain to you, for me, that already gives you some kind of vibes that this person might not really be into me. So that you won't waste your time, because it's a long process. It's a cumbersome process. It's a process that requires you, putting some time and energy into it.
Even to see the MC.
Even to see the MC, you go there, submit letters and stuff. You wait for them to call you. Sometimes, the letters will not even be received. They want you to come physically to submit the letter. There are processes like that. So you just need to be sure that this person is even the person you really want, and
what's that stress and that sacrifice.
Because immediately you start the process, before you know, less than how many times you are getting to
6
marry.
months, yeah.
So if you are coming from outside, I'm just trying to say you need to understand the process before, just because some people are not really aware. So the thing is that, just as my wife said, when you talk to her, because for me now, I spoke to her, normally you are not supposed to ask her out. You're not supposed to ask her out, before going to the MC, right? I'm not aware, because I'm not a church member. So that's my own excuse. But at least I spoke to my mentors that, and I carried them along even before I asked her out, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I did. So which I feel is the same thing they are saying you should come and do. Carry us along before you ask her out.
So it was easy for us when we went to the MC and they were like, oh, have you spoken to her? And he was like, well, I did not know. And they pardoned him based on the fact that, oh, well, you did not know. But then for someone that is in the church and you know the right way, most of the time they might just discipline them for like talking to the lady before coming to the MC. So just pray so that grace to be upon you when you are going to do your own.
I think another thing I want to say also is that some people go to the MC with a very fighting mindset, right? Some people have already told them certain things about them. They just want to go and they want to be, go there with a lot of energy, and they just want to drag. And for me, I just feel it's not necessary. Whatever people have told you, I just want you to understand that it's a committee made up of different people. So their personality matters, their exposure, their way of life, the way they see things, perception matters. All right? So they bring their own vibe too into whatever rules is also set up. So the experience somebody has with one MC in Nasarawa might not be the same with the MC in, even MC in Oshogbo might not be the same with the MC in Ilesha. It's different people that are there. So I just want to say, have an open mindset when you are going there.
And something that really helped us, that made the journey smooth, quote and unquote, because I'm quoting and unquote it because it's not really smooth, but compared to stories that we've heard, it's still better. Is that we prayed about it even before setting out. Like anybody that has heart of stone, because of our sake, God will make it melt, and God will like go before us, make all crooked places straight, and then just make a way for us, which was exactly what happened. So even though you've heard stories that, oh, this is this, these people are wicked, this is happening, this is this, just say your own case is going to be different, and then put it in prayers so that God will perfect it for you.
Yeah, so I asked my wife out, and then of course she had to confirm with her church immediately that a brother has asked me out. What is the next process that he needs to do, of course. And she was told what I need to do. I need to come see them. I need to get a letter from my church and stuff like that. So I immediately went to my church. I was trying so that they can email the letter to them, but I was told that they want a physical letter delivered to them. So by me. So so I had to go, get the letter from my church. I had to travel down to Osun State to go deliver the letter. Of course, the first time I went to the secretariat to deliver the letter, they did mini. That was not even when MC is meeting. But when I went to submit the letter and they knew the intention of why I was coming to submit the letter, they did some mini interview for me to know about my salvation experience. I was born again, how I'm preparing, in terms of making heaven and stuff like that.
Sure.
How my life, So then, those questions, that conversation, eventually, they prayed for me,
Salvation prayer. You have to pray salvation prayer for him.
So even though I was trying to say, I'm a member by my church, so I'm even leading a youth this thing. But
and your letter was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Because you wrote it there that I am I served in NCCF. I'm a pastor in my church. Like all the things. It was also a campus leader when he served in his church. But no, they did not accept that one. They have to lead my dear brother to Christ.
Well, which is good, not bad. So, but after that experience, I left. It took some weeks. Then later, they called me.
Yeah.
Right? They called me to meet the MC, which is like a panel. There are like maybe 5 people or so, or 4 or 5 persons that were in that particular committee. They interviewed me, asking me questions, different stuff about my salvation, asking me how I'm confused, convinced, asking me if I received the word. Did I, they want to know what made me to feel that, okay, she's my wife, if the Lord has spoken. A lot of questions like that about my faith experience, especially when did I give my life to Christ, what has happened, different stuff. They ask me questions around, have I been in a relationship before? A lot of questions.
Do you have a child?
Did I have a child?
Are you married? Did they ask if you are married?
Did I have a child? How many relationships have I had? What happened in the previous relationships? So
your culture
really,
too. That
really, it was
do you
more
serve
like
idols?
Yeah, it was a lot of drilling experience. So you have to be mentally ready. As I said, don't go with a fighting. And as I said, your experience might be different from my own experience. It depends on the people that are on the panel. But eventually, after that, possibly, and they said, okay, I should go. They will pray about it, right? So they took time. Of course, they prayed about it. Later, I was called back, and then I was now told that I should go and do my blood test. So they are the one that will give you in the hospital that you do the test.
Yes.
You don't choose, and the result never comes back to you anyway. It goes to them. No. I think after that was when they called you, right? After I've done, when they told me to go and do my blood test. Maybe they called you later or so.
Yeah, so from me as a sister's, from a sister's point of view, the brother have come to say, I'm liking you. So I was like, okay, so the thing is that it has to go through my church, and of course the fact that I was already telling him it has to go through my church and all of that, I already knew that, I'm also interested in him. So I had to go to my pastor to inform me that I have this certain brother that is liking me and all, and I already have my convictions, so I shared my convictions with him. That's my pastor, to tell him all of the things that happened and how I knew he was the one and all. And then that day he even gave me books to go and read about marriage that would really be very helpful for me. And then told me that he should get an introductory letter from his pastor and bring it to the church secretariat. So the introductory letter had from his pastor was basically telling them that he's a member of our church, he's a brother in Christ, he is this, just all the good things about
just to sell me, like, okay, this
if you want to get a letter from the pastor, you should know. Of course, someone is introducing you, you should not just be your bad behaviors that they write there.
But if you are a bad person, the pastor shouldn't lie, for God's sake. You should tell them your bad behavior. If you have deceived several sisters in church, do you expect the pastor to be writing to them to say that he's a good brother? So it's not about your bad listen. What is expected is that the pastor should say who you are. So be a good person.
Be a good person and make sure the pastor is able to sell your good character. It's like, this
and if you are a bad person, let them sell your bad character. When you go there, so you now know that being a bad person is not good. It has a way of waiting for you at the front.
So the pastor, so all the things that he has been doing in church and serving. That was what they wrote there, and that he has a job and he is able to take care of his wife and his family and all. So that was what they wrote there. And after I submitted, we had to wait for some weeks before we even heard anything, before they called. We too we were praying that God, please touch these people's mind though, and let us get an answer of peace. So after that, they now called me and invited me to a meeting at the committee, and they were like, oh, how far? They did not even do as if somebody have come. They were like, how far have I been praying about marriage? I said, yes, I cannot lie, I've been praying. And said, okay, is that somebody that God has been leading me to? I said, yes, so somebody has been leading me to a certain brother Victor.
So you as a sister, when the brother is coming and you already know, I don't think you need to pretend. You matured about it and tell them that yes, you know.
God is leading me to a certain brother Victor. I said, okay. How did I know is the one? And I shared it because I said, is my peace. God has said he's going to give me peace that is beyond all understanding, and his name is Saleh, which means peace. See? Confirmation. So I shared it with them, and we're like, okay, no problem. You need to go do some blood tests, and then they gave me the blood test. So I think we are now on the same
level. Yeah, so I think after the blood test, possibly they get professionals to interpret the result and know if you are compatible.
Yeah.
So for we, thank God we were compatible, so there was no need of rejecting it or
going back
and forth, you know. But I didn't hear anything from them for a while. I even had to call because they didn't call me again. I had to call one of the... So that's one thing. At least try to get somebody's number there, even if it's the secretary or something.
You know what's going on.
So I tried to call them, like, I've not heard from you people. I've not heard anything about my test. They say, oh, my test, I should not worry. The result is not for me. No, they said the result is not for me. Later on, they now called again and I said, if there was an issue with the result, they would have told me. Okay. So that shows that there was possibly no issue with the result, all right? So eventually, I think after that, they now called both of us together.
Yeah.
And then they now told us that, okay, when calling us together, I was supposed to now ask her out officially, all right? But they knew that I told them that I've already asked her out, right, before coming to them, which I apologize. They told me it's wrong, all right? They would have penalized me for that, but I apologize that I'm so sorry that I'm not aware, and as soon as I'm aware, I took the step of doing the right thing. So I apologize to them. So I think you should learn to communicate and learn to be a little bit patient and calm, and and try to talk. So eventually, yeah, so I mean, if your parental consent is successful, you just start the courtship, and congratulations. I think a lot of the hurdle has been passed.
Yeah, the next part will just be dealing with the MC, which you've passed the hurdle, you've gotten the babe, and then you're in a relationship.
Yeah, so of course, in terms of the courtship teaching time, I don't know how they do it in other places, but I know what they did is that they gave us somebody's house. So we go to the person's house each time that we need to do a courtship discussion. We have a notebook where we have to both write, and we'll bring the notebook to them after the discussion to have meeting with them. They will look at what we pen down, ask us questions, ask if we have any questions. I think that's how it continued until it was time for our wedding.
Do let us know if you want us to explain this courtship process, our courtship process in details, and just drop it in the comment section, and we'll possibly do a video about that. And then after courtship, we started preparing for marriage.
Yeah.
And then here we are now.
Here we are. So
Mr. and Mrs. Tyler Victor.
So I hope the video helps you. Please, if you have questions, please do well to ask, and we'll try as much as possible to respond to your question. And we'll say that please don't have a very bad perception about the process.
The MC are there.
Yeah, have a very open mind. You might meet difficult people in the committee. Just know that it's not about the church, it's about the persons that are actually involved in that. But just use a lot of wisdom, a lot of maturity, understand that you are trying to take a sister also away from their church. So it is good when also a sister is coming rather than somebody is going. So of course, so just be a little bit patient with them, be a little bit mature. Try as much as possible to follow the rules during the time of the courtship, very important, and everything will be fine. It's just a thing of 6 months. After a while, you have your wife all to yourself, and then nobody is going to come to be telling you what to do or control you. But for now, it's good you just follow, and then I'm sure that everything is going to work out well for you.
Yeah, so thank you for watching our video.
Thank you.
Don't leave without subscribing.
Please
looking
subscribe
at you.
and share with someone. Share
Don't
with someone.
without subscribing. Share with someone.
If you're a sister, a brother is coming, share with him so that he's aware. So that he's aware.
And if your own courtship process, MC process story was different from ours, do well to share your story.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Have a lovely day.
Bye.